Welcome back. It is 6:17, and it is Free Legal Advice Tuesday. Today, Attorney Dave Betras is hanging out with us after a long holiday weekend. For myself, too. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Happy belated America 250.
Happy belated America 250. I watched an amazing fireworks display, so it was a great time.
That's what I like to hear. We already have some questions teed up. You ready for this?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, this one came from Facebook. It says, my son has 10 months left on an 8-year sentence. We found out that he had a parole hearing at 80% of the way through. The person's question is, do they have to let the person serving time know that a hearing is scheduled? They only sent him a letter after that decision was made. When did all of that change, or has it always been like that?
They should have notified him when his parole hearing was.
You'd think, right?
Yeah, I'd have to. I don't know about that particular institution. They don't say whether they're in Ohio or Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. But when you get a parole hearing, you should be notified of it so you can at least go and talk to the parole board.
Yeah. Do people typically get the chance to go before the parole board when they have their hearing?
Yeah.
So you'd think that they'd let them know beforehand, right?
Right.
So look into that. This one came from email. In the Sunday storm, a tree from the property, where I assume we're going to get a lot of these questions this morning, from the property next door fell into my fence and pool. No one has actually lived in that house next door for years, though. Can I still find the owner and have them pay for the damages in some way?
No. So if your neighbor's tree falls on your house or damages your property, it's what we call an act of God. You have to put that into your own homeowner's insurance carrier. Any acts of God generally are not covered by any insurance policies.
Okay. And then with the state declaring a state of emergency, then does that
there might
help?
be some funds opened up for that for people that don't have insurance.
Okay.
But if you have insurance, the state's probably not going to help you out that much.
Okay. This one also came from email. It says the person has a tenant property manager issue. If repairs that their landlord keeps saying will be done are not done, what can they be done to push them along? I know the answer to this, right? You can put your rent into escrow and notify them.
Well, the court will notify them.
Well, yes, there you go.
What you can't do is not pay your rent.
Yeah.
Because then, if you don't pay your rent, that is a reason for you to be evicted. So take your rent, put it in escrow, and then they don't get that escrowed rent payment until they fix the problems with the tenancy.
All right. This one also is from email. A person says, I got a gift card for my birthday to a spa from my daughters a couple years ago, but lost the gift card. Just found it the other day and tried to use it, but the place said it expired. There are no dates on it, though, that say it has any sort of expiration date. So do they have to honor it if they say it's expired, but there's nothing written on the actual gift card?
Yeah. No.
Okay.
This happened to me. My wife was cleaning out one of our drawers, and she goes, "Oh, look at all these gift cards we got." Went to this place, oh, expired. This one, oh, it expired. This one, oh, expired. Oh, this one, because of the date, you have $7 left on it. I go,
oh, yeah.
This wasn't worth the endeavor that I undertook just to be rejected that many times.
Oh, well, listen, I had one that I was going to use for a restaurant. It was under new ownership. This is a couple of years ago. And they're like, well, we don't honor that anymore. I'm like, this is the same restaurant. But it is what it is. All right, we do have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead with your question for Attorney Betras.
Yeah, I was in an auto accident in 2022. I made a settlement. It took 2 years to settlement. Well, more than that. We finally settled last year. But now my neck and arm is I've got ruptured discs in my neck I didn't realize I had.
Yeah, so you ever hear of the saying, the fat lady sung or singing?
Yep.
You signed a release, you released them of all claims. Did you do that on your own, or did you have a lawyer?
No, I had a lawyer.
Yeah. Why didn't you get your neck examined? I mean, and is your current neck pain directly and proximately related to the automobile accident?
Yeah, that's what my doctor said when I went to her this time and asked what was going on, why I'm getting pain in my neck and everything else too. She goes, that's from your ruptured discs in your neck. And I didn't realize I had ruptured discs in my neck. But I guess it was on my medical record. But my back I just had open heart surgery, a double lung transplant 8 months prior to that. So I was more worried about my lungs being messed up again.
If you settled with them, you signed a settlement agreement, and that means the case is over.
Okay.
All right.
That's what I thought.
I wish you well.
All right. He'll be back, by the way, with another segment here in about 20 minutes or so. And you can call in between, too. He'll be taking your calls.
I'll be in the green room, a.k.a. weather room.
Yes, exactly.
Your calls.
One of the desks waiting for your call. All right, and we'll be back after the break. Keep it here. Welcome back. It is 6:41. Free Legal Advice Day continues. If you have a question, get it in now or call in live. Dave is back for round number 2. Were you busy back there?
You know, some days I don't get a call. Today, that phone never stopped ringing. I couldn't get to all the calls.
Well, we'll get to your questions right now. This one came from email. A person asked if you're entitled to a receipt when you close out a deposit box at a bank. They were denied one at Huntington.
Well, if you close out there's some paperwork you sign that's closing out the box. Just ask for that paperwork. That would act as a receipt.
Okay. Can somebody deny you a receipt if you...
Well, no, but you signed something that says you're closing the box.
Yeah.
That, in effect, is the receipt.
There you go. This one also came from email. A person says, I'd like to know what the quickest way for a dissolution in Mahoning County is without using an attorney. We've agreed on everything, but we just want this to go quickly, and I'm not sure what kind of steps to take next.
So, to get to dissolve your marriage, and you've agreed on everything, you have to sign. You have to get these forms.
Yeah.
The chances of you not filling out the forms properly is greater without a lawyer than with a lawyer. If you don't have much in assets, you have limited income. There are lawyers that will do that, young lawyers that are starting off their practice, that'll help you do it and won't run that much. Now, can you do it without a lawyer? Yes. You could go to the clerk of courts, find a dissolution, copy and paste and go from there. But that doesn't mean the court's going to accept it. There's steps you have to jump through, some hoops you have to jump through before it is.
Oh, and obviously attorneys are familiar with that. This one also came from email. Person says, my neighbor keeps calling the cops on my family for things that are not crimes, like taking out the trash late at night, having their dogs bark, things like that. Is there anything I can do to stop them from doing this? We aren't the only house this neighbor is apparently doing this. Also has cameras pointed at our home. Can I get those pointed away?
No. So it's your property. You could point cameras wherever you want, as long as you're not, being a peeping Tom or something like that. There's always that one neighbor in every neighborhood. And I have found that the best way to deal with them is just to ignore them. They want to get a reaction from you. And at some point, the police are going to say to them, quit calling us for BS.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, dog barking, that's a call police get regularly. So if you have a dog that barks, maybe you want to figure out a way to get your dog to bark less because people have to work. But taking out the trash at night, and he has cameras pointing at your property, so the police can see that no crimes are being committed. I doubt they'll do anything, and eventually the police are going to wear out from going there.
All right. We do have a caller on the line. Caller, go ahead with your question.
Yes, I was wondering, my grandson is 22, and he would like his uncle to adopt him or go down and sign his birth certificate. And I was wondering, can he legally go down and sign the birth certificate and claim he's the father, or does he have to go through legal aid or whatever, and his father's had nothing to do with him?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if you could be legally adopted after the age of majority. I haven't had that question probably in 30, 35 years. I'd have to look that one up. I don't think if you are an adult, you could be adopted by someone.
Okay.
That doesn't mean the uncle can't leave him in his will and take care of him in other ways. He can go down to the probate court and legally change his name to his uncle's name, but if they have the same last name, that's not going to change much. But that's good that he and his uncle have this close relationship. A piece of paper saying he's his son. I'd have to check on that, or I'd have to call Mark DeVecchio to ask him that question. I haven't had that question in 30 years, so my gut is telling me after 18, unless you're a dependent person, you can't be adopted.
Yeah, it'd be more of a symbolic move.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for your question. That was an interesting one.
That was an interesting one.
All right, and he's all done now.
I won't leave stage right early, I promise you.
He won't, and he took care of us, so we have plenty of breakfast supplies this morning. Don't worry, for everyone asking at home.